Is a Toastmaster. He often speaks on finding purpose and positivity in life and attempts to do so in a manner which inspires and equips. Today, he'll be talking about how to shave. There might be a side connection to life thrown in here and there. Welcome, Paul Yankey. How to shave. We don't hear you, Paul. Or I don't. If anyone else does, let me know.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I don't know what happened there. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, and good morning, fellow Toastmasters. So glad to be with you today. When I was a little boy, I was fascinated at watching my father shave. He had a specific routine that he would go through each and every morning. It would involve filling up the sink in his bathroom with piping hot water, and then he would place this jar, kind of picture a jar of peanut butter, but it was actually called Prep Deluxe Brushless Shave Cream. We lived in Detroit, Michigan at the time, and I have since tried to find this product years later and never was able to, but it was a unique peanut butter viscosity type of shaving cream. He put it in the hot water and let it set in there for about 2 to 3 minutes, which would loosen some of it up and then make it nice and easily applicable. And I'd just sit there, as I think many sons do, and would look at his dad and think, wow, he's shaving. And what a symbolic piece that was in our society, a form of manhood, if you will. And by the way, shaving is certainly not something that is just for men. It's also something that is very present in women's lives as well. I did a bit of reading on this and was intrigued to find that with women, there was a huge article that made big waves in the 1920s of a woman who had a serious cut on her leg from shaving her legs, which was a very unique, I'm being nice there, action to do at that point in time. Shave your legs? What? Who would even think of such a thing? Turns out my research showed that actually for women, shaving your legs really was a lot promoted by the market. Go figure. Advertisements started to come out. Clothing for women started to be, let's say, more and more revealing. You could see more of the arm, more of the armpit, more of the leg, whereas it didn't used to be that way. And there very much was this evolvement of ideas that hair really wasn't something that you wanted to show too much on your extremities, on your arms, on your legs. And so shaving started happening. But now for men, it is a little bit different. Because as men, we are wired a bit differently, and we do have more hair come out on our face. And actually, it was interesting to find out that even way back Stone Age times, men actually did shave. Now, men, you can connect with me on this, and actually women would be able to as well. You can picture this. They actually used to take some hairs out with pinchers of like clamshells and pull out and pluck out their hairs that way. Horrible. That sounds so painful. And a lot of the reason that they did it was because they didn't want to have frostbite set on their face, because the hairs that you had could keep snow or cold and ice up against your face. And so there actually really was reasons for this. And it had to do with hygiene. And today, a lot of it is a lot more about your personal brand. I mean, we're able to keep ourselves clean today and bathe. And so it's really not so much the purpose that maybe it once had with some of that, but it is something that today we do. A lot of us do. And for men, it is very much viewed as a rite of passage. It's a sign that you're becoming a man. And I found it quite interesting to use this as a tool. I had the chance to speak to some young fellas out there in my life. And I find that shaving is one of those things that a man can talk to a man about. And it's actually not talked about that much, which is something that is missing in a lot of society today. So I have here my little bowl filled with hot water. And I can tell you that through time, I have experimented with a variety of different shaving techniques. And something that I've come to learn, kind of much like life, is you sort of figure out in many respects what works best for you. You can see what others are doing. You can see what they might describe as a path or a way to do it. But then you figure out things that are maybe unique to you. Men, as with women, have different types of skin, different types of faces, different types of beards that come in. Some are quite heavy, some not so much. And it can just be a thing that differentiates us or also helps us to figure out ways to approach it. There are some things that seem to have shown to be pretty darn consistent throughout. Water with warmth is something that can help open up your pores, help prepare your skin for it to be shaved. So in this case, I have here some hot water, and I'm putting that on my skin, a little show and tell here to help open up some of my pores. Okay, getting it ready to be shaved. All right, and it also helps give some moisture there that'll allow the razor to move easier and quicker. But it's not uncommon. You may see of some movies or what have you, where they'll be in a barber shop and they'll have the hot towel over their face. It's getting their skin ready to be shaved. Next, you have your choice of shave cream. I have chosen through the years to use an emollient called Abba Botanica Very Emollient Shave Cream. Just came across it. I've tried them all, let me tell you. And this is just a very simple little cream that comes out. You take it, and you don't even see it, which I kind of like too, because that allows me to be able to see my face more, right? Oh yeah, don't worry, I'm getting to shaving. You're gonna see it. This is happening. Oh yeah, so I get this on, I let it set a little bit. Now I got my razor. Now, I have tried the little single blade razor. I've tried a safety razor, which became popular around the 40s. And you put a disposable razor on, and then you go about your business. And I've cut myself so many times. At the end of the day, I will tell you, for me, after trying all different types of methods and seeking a lot of counsel and not being afraid to ask those that are older than me what they do, hint, hint, I've found that there can be great value in simply going with things that are readily marketable. I can get these at Costco. I've got my razor. I can put it in the hot water, get it nice and warm. And then I start by going with the grain. Notice, I'm going with the grain. I see you, Greg. I know you're laughing. I got it. I'm really shaving here, guys. This is real. This is not a gimmick. This is happening. And I go along, and then I rinse along the way to keep there's whiskers in there if you could see it. I go along and I'm doing my thing. And my point is, we all have our rites of passage in life. Share them. Share your story. Share it with other people. You'll grow and they'll grow. Mr. Toastmaster.